Okay, I want to talk to you about a foundational concept in business law. And really, this is a principle, an idea that I hope is going to be applicable for you in all sorts of circumstances in life and in writing and test taking. And that is the IRAC principle. Okay, this is something I learned in law school that I've used in many times when I've had to take exams, when I've had to write about a topic I know nothing about, and you're sitting there and you're stumped about what to say and how to make a paragraph out of something. So IRAC is just a way to organize your thoughts. It's a way to organize a written paragraph or two in a very logical manner. So IRAC is IRAC, Issue, Rule, Analysis, Conclusion. Issue, Rule, Analysis, Conclusion. These are 4 parts that really make up a logical framework for discussing any topic. And it works really well in the law. If you ever go to law school, it's how they'll expect you to respond to exams. When I took the entrance exam for business school, I used the IRAC on the essay portion, and it worked really well, really successfully. Again, it's something I've used often, and I'd recommend using it in other exams too. So, issue, rule, analysis, conclusion. We start with the issue, and the issue is really, what is this case about? And you summarize the case and the question in one sentence. It's always a question. What is happening? What is this? What is at the core of this debate that we're talking about? So the issue is your question. It's one sentence. Rule. A lot of people get this wrong because they think it's the ruling, like the conclusion. The rule is just principles. What principles is the case looking at? Usually the case is citing some past cases. Remember that term precedent. It's citing past precedent from which to judge this situation upon. So we're looking at past rules from which to guide our current decision. And then we're going to apply the facts of this case in the analysis. The analysis section is usually 3, 4, 5 sentences applying the facts to the rules. So, what's at hand? What are the rules? Let's apply the facts to the rules and then draw one conclusion, a final one sentence. Now, the meat of the IRAC principle is in the analysis. Analysis is about having a debate. I like to see someone going back and forth here and really thinking through all the options. Well, if this, then this. What if there's an alternative? Okay, so issue, rule, analysis, conclusion. I want to walk you through one with the Pierson v. Post. So in Pierson v. Post, remember this is the case where Post is after a fox, pursuing a fox, hunting a fox on this beach, and Mr. Pierson comes in and tries to, takes the fox away, kills the fox before Post can get there. Post is naturally quite upset because he's been in pursuit for a while. So, what's the issue? The issue is whether when somebody begins the pursuit of an animal, are they the ones who have possession to it? When does possession begin? Okay. When does possession of an animal begin? We could summarize it that simply. Okay. Now, what are the different rules that we're looking at? Well, there are several that this case cites. One of the most famous is the Justinian Code, where it talks about pursuit is not enough. Right? So pursuit of an object or an animal is not enough to create possession. That's one of your rules. Another rule that the case cites is that to possess a wild animal, this is from the Puffendorf case, to possess a wild animal, you must have actual corporal possession. Okay? You must have the animal in your hands to say that you possess it. These are our rules. We've finished our rule section. We've listed 1 rule, 2 rules, and maybe a few other rules in this case that you'd want to list. Now we move to the analysis. Remember, the issue, what's at hand, what are the rules? Let's apply the facts to the rules. So what are some of our facts? Well, we know that begun the pursuit of this fox. He'd been in pursuit of it for quite a while. We know that he didn't yet have possession, but he'd been hunting it for quite some time, and then Pierson comes in and kills the fox, hunts it, takes it himself. So we have these cases. We have the Justinian laws. We have the Puffendorf case. Well, we know here that that post is in pursuit. He's after the fox. He's begun pursuit. So that doesn't, under this rule, does not amount to possession. Does not give him the right, even on simple pursuit, doesn't give him the right. We know that he does not have actual corporal possession. The fox is still out somewhere in the wild, even though he's hunting it. He doesn't have it in his hand, so he doesn't have possession. When we look at this, it seems pretty clear that there is no rule that we can rely on to say that post should have possession of this fox. It's just simply we can't apply the facts to any other scenario. Now, was Mr. Pierson annoying? Was he? Should he have done this? Probably not. I mean, it seems to violate some kind of hunting ethic, right? But there's no law against it. There's no legal recourse in this matter. So that's an analysis. It's a very long analysis. You wouldn't have to go that long, but you can see the kind of debate we have. It's applying the facts to the case. Okay. What's our conclusion? The conclusion is simply post did not have corporal possession. He did not have actual possession. He was in mere pursuit, and pursuit does not amount to actual possession. That's it. We finish. It's a very logical way. Issue, rule, analysis, conclusion. I write them all as, they can be in one paragraph, but I like to do them in sort of separate paragraphs with each of those four being its own line item. I think it's a very logical way to analyze the law and help us break it down. We're going to use this framework as we go, and I want you to use it on the exams too, and you'll be writing out IRACs for cases as we continue in this class. And so hope you can come back to this one if you have questions about how to do an IRAC, and I think a useful tool for the future as you write essays, as you write exams, and you get in those times where you have to write about something and you need a logical framework within which to do it. Fall back on IRAC.